dovetails into I think your concept of Fiat news, right? Mm-hmm. Which so maybe it'd be helpful if you could go into that concept because I think it's really relevant.
Sure. Well, look, it's we're all familiar with what a fiat currency is, and we all kind of rail about fiat currencies, right? Well, look, information, which I'll call news, it's fiat news. It's the presentation of opinion presented as fact, right? An opinion is made up, right? An opinion is something that I'm going to construct, just like a sheet of fiat currency that Nuchin and his wife can hold up like this, right? It's just a constructed thing. And what I think is important though is that that's not fake news, right? It's not fiat news. What we are immersed in, the presentation of opinion as fact, as if it were news. It's not counterfeit news, right? It's not fake news. It's not a lie. I mean, sometimes it can be misleading and all like that, but it's not counterfeit money. That's not the analogy. It's fiat money. And there are lots of things that go into this. One is just incredibly effective for politicians to do this. But
I don't know what that noise is.
Yeah, what's the noise? I don't know.
I keep muting
myself.
I
muted myself, so it's not me. Somebody have a lawnmower there somewhere?
Yeah, that's weird. No, it wasn't.
Is Mike frozen?
Right.
It's gone away now.
Oh, good. So, all right, without the rumble, right? So fiat news is a constructed presentation of opinion as fact. It's incredibly effective. It's required by our 24/7 content providers, right? The CNBC, the CNN, the Fox, the MSNBC business model requires on the constant presentation of news. There is no constant presentation of news. There's like one or two interesting news items a day.
It's
frankly.
The dopamine news cycle, right? It's the breaking news. Everything is breaking news.
Yeah, breaking.
Everything's breaking news all the time. That red banner is everywhere all the time.
And frankly, what's usually breaking is somebody with an opinion about something, right? Breaking. Somebody said something.
Game with my group of friends in college in our WhatsApp chat is to rename the title of an article. Well, you read the title and you think it's one thing, and they got you.
Yeah.
And then the body is a very reasonable, balanced, whatever it is. That should have actually had the complete opposite title, right? Why Japan is losing lives, and then it's like how Japan actually handled it. And they may or may not lose lives, but they're actually doing a good job. I'm like, well, what can we learn from Japan? And that's the other alternative title that you can have.
Entirely different editors, as you know, write, are responsible for the text of an article and are for the headlines. Entirely different people with entirely different job descriptions and entirely different, pieces of the business model that they're responsible for.
I'm sure that's happened to you all the time, Ben. It's happened to us too, right? I write an article and it gets syndicated, and then the syndicated person rewrites the title, and then you get all the comments come back, these vitriolic comments come back about the title.
It's the perverse incentive to get the clicks, because at the end of the day, it's massification of information. It's the fiat of information. And so the news business is dying to one degree or another, depending on what outlet you're talking about. And so they need the clicks as badly as they can. And so the incentive is there to just destroy.
I didn't know this.
But, I'll say this, guys, because, the company that my partner and I started, we do two things. We do research like you guys do, and and try to apply it for investment models and portfolio models and the like. But the other thing we do is we publish a lot, right? And we've got a subscription business for what we publish, and we don't do we don't have an advertising model. That was such a just a race to the bottom. It's just a pittance you get for all the headaches. So it's not that kind of an eyeball model, but it's important for us in what we write to drive engagement. And I find myself, whether it's the title of an article, right? Whether it's the image that you choose for it, whether it's the topic itself, right? So I wrote this piece on N95 masks, something that is so important to me personally. And I think is, encapsulates so much of the betrayals that we've suffered in, every country from our government and around this crisis. And we got a good reaction. I mean, it's part of the series I was writing on grifters, right? But it just got a fraction of the response, just the merest fraction of a response that my first piece did, which was about Kodak. Because Kodak had, you got the villains, man. It's like this is not gray. This is not. Everybody can get the idea of these, Kodak, having some contacts in the White House with Peter Navarro and saying, yeah, we're going to be a pharmaceutical company now, and we get $800 million in a non-recourse loan. Everyone gets that, right? It's so hard though to get the eyeballs and the clicks, the engagement for stories that I think kind of go at the heart of really what we've been talking
Actually,
about.
I'm
here.
curious, Ben, because we've well, at least I've noticed this, that the amount of engagement that we get for a piece of writing or for a podcast or what is almost perfectly inversely proportional to how valuable I think the content is.
Nothing sells like
I believe it.
capitalism, man.
Right, like just what if it's dramatic and whimsical but says almost nothing, then it gets lots of engagement and retweets. If it's actually content rich, if it has meaning, if it is mildly prescriptive or provides a path to a change of behavior that may be constructive, almost completely ignored.